Colin, it's that time of year. Do you know what that time of year is?
Oscar season.
Damn straight. Welcome back to the Tu-Vie podcast, your TV movie entertainment needs podcast. We're gonna be going over the Oscars 97th Academy Awards. So without further ado, let's get into it. Good to see you, dude. How you doing?
Hanging in there one day at a time. How about you?
Same. Weird week. It got real cold here quick.
Yeah, I can't roll down my windows, so that's fun
Why can't you roll down your windows?
because they are frozen.
Your windows are frozen?
Yeah, because it rained and then it froze.
It rained where you are?
Yeah.
Oh, we got no rain. It's just been straight cold wind.
Yep.
We don't live that far from each other. How do we get two different weather things almost every week?
I, I, I think you underestimate weather. It is quite the distance.
Honestly, I think you're right. I do think I
It's a
underestimate
half.
weather.
If we're lucky, a half-hour drive.
Nah, it's pretty normal half-hour drive. At least from where you are, to me, it's a half-hour drive.
Yeah, but I'm also avoiding the highways because
Oh,
I don't
well
trust
then,
other drivers.
that's fair. Yeah, if you're avoiding the highways, that's definitely at least an hour. But either way, we're talking the Oscars. We're talking Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and one other bit of sad news this week. I don't know if you personally follow this, but the Duolingo bird died.
Oh, go. I was like, which actor died?
No, I don't know if you know, but the Duolingo bird did die. We do not know the cause of death. So I just thought for a minute here we take a moment of silence, please. All right, moment over. All right, let's get into the Oscars.
Hold on, wait.
What?
So, like, can you not play dual?
No, you can do Duolingo all you want. The app still works fine, but their mascot's just dead.
Oh, that's
I,
sad.
I don't know if you saw the TikTok, but I got hit by a Cybertruck and then went to hell. But it's like, but it's very edited in the style of like an old Vine. So it's like, it's with that song, "But You Let Her Go," like the really sad one's like, "Only need the light when it's burning low," like like the opening of
Oh
that song.
yeah,
But then
yeah.
it's like spinning. I can't do it, Jess, but it's so funny. So before we do get into the nominations, keep going backwards. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man did finish its first season finale this morning, and I gotta say, it was a lot better than what I thought overall.
The first couple of episodes, because when they were releasing them, it's like the first couple of episodes were like, okay, this is a cute
Yeah,
show. I like this quite a bit, and it's not like kitty. Like
yeah.
there's a lot of depth there.
Hmm.
The animation isn't bad, and I have an argument to be made, and it's a hot take.
I think you and I
I
may have the
think
same argument because I thought of something this morning too, but I want you to go on.
I think that at first the animation is rough on the eyes, especially with a lot of the internet where it was like, dude, the animation's
Yeah,
garbage.
the internet
But
has no
after a
temper.
while, it works. And also, I feel like this animation style surpasses What If by a mile. Because it, like,
It's
how
okay.
all the
Already
characters.
off different topics, is that's not what I was thinking. You know me in What If. I love the first season of What If, and then it just halts. I
It's
think the
weird that you
animation
do.
is really, really good because I think it's fun. I will say though, I think the internet did kind of go a little quick with the animation's crap and the animation's mid. I think they went a little too fast with it. I do think though, because I noticed it this morning, and it just took me into the whole season. At the very end, where he is in the red and blue suit, and he's being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I think like in Spider-Verse, when Miles was training to be Spider-Man, he was running at a different frame rate, where Peter B was running at 24, Miles was running at 12. And after and during the What's Up Danger, he then goes into 24 frames. I think the animation got better and more clear, and I think just overall more like smooth as he became Spider-Man, like more like poetically more Spider-Man. Or maybe it
That's a
was just
good
me, my eyes adjusting.
That's a
I don't
good
know.
theory, but also it is your eyes.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Well,
yeah.
in my head canon, it's
When you
that.
started saying that, I was like, "That's a bit of a reach."
When have I ever not reached on this podcast for anything?
You missed a fantastic reach with a lot of shit,
Yeah. Well,
man.
that's
I
the
remember
best.
the days when like the internet, like around Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame, where it's like they're gonna secretly introduce the Fantastic
Yeah.
Four. There's gonna be a post credit scene. There was some guy that had a theory where he's like, The post credit scene is going to be this guy that's working like on a lab or like typing in a computer, and then he stretches his arm far
Yeah.
wide to grab a cup of coffee, and
Yeah.
I'm like, the in a perfect
You and I
world.
kept going back and forth for the year after Infinity War of what could be.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
hard money on the Fantastic Four or
You
Silver
had
Surfer.
hard money on Silver Surfer, where I'm like,
I had hard
oh,
money on Silver Surfer and partially Inhumans. I did have a lot of that there too.
yeah, your love for Inhumans is
I
crazy. I respect it though. I respect it
no, you don't.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
say
Friendly Neighborhood.
so. Friendly Neighborhood is I gotta say,
It's
if
good.
we're never gonna get Spectacular Spider-Man again, I'm okay with Friendly Neighborhood because
Really?
yeah, because I would love for Spectacular Spider-Man to come
Yeah.
back. Everybody and their mother would, especially the old 90s cartoon, now that X-Men 97 proved that you can bring these projects back
Mm,
and make it bigger and better and soulful.
mm.
Which is the most important ingredient with these shows is soulful, not memberberry pie. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is a fascinating project to look at because it does a lot of things that the internet hates, but it makes it work in a way where you can't go like you can't poke holes in it because it works. The voice actor for Peter, after a while I was like, okay, I'm getting used to you. And then the most important thing was like for him to be funny,
Yeah,
and
the
he's
quips.
funny.
The quips
He's
were
funny
really
as
good.
hell.
The quips were very good.
The comedy works. The characters work. Even the side characters. It makes you invested in Peter Parker's life outside of Spider-Man.
Mm.
I don't want to say better than Spectacular Spider-Man, but I would like to say they're on different pedestals.
Oh yeah.
But you're just as invested in Peter's life the same way as you would be in Spectacular Spider-Man. And spoilers. This is the last thing I
Oh,
want to
this
say
is the last. Yeah, well, because I got some
I want to hear
spoilers
your
too.
thoughts. I
Yeah,
want
no,
to
I
hear
got
your
spoilers
thoughts
too.
too.
So
The last thing I want to
let me put
say.
the spoiler warning right here.
I hate it when someone gives away the ending.
I can't say for sure anything.
Oh, no, 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 no,
That
no,
was-
no, 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 no. I'm reading the books.
But I can say nothing.
Okay, you're good.
It's really cool that not only did they bring Josh Keaton back as Richard Parker,
What
it's
the
it's it's not just cool that Josh is back, but also the fact that like they're on the route of like the same level as like Ultimate Spider-Man with Jonathan Hickman's, where it's like this is a different universe, this is a different world, different rules.
Mm.
We're still gonna surprise you, but it's also on a
Authentic.
meta level really cool that Josh Keaton is the father of Spider-Man.
It is neat in that sense. I thought you were going to talk about how like Lonnie got his powers from Doc Ock and that vial, and how his skin is literally peeling to show that concrete exterior.
That was really
Pretty
cool.
cool.
He didn't get it from Doc Ock, but it was from a bad like
No, that was from the
bust.
no, that was the vial that they stole from Doc
Oh no, but
Ock's
the way you
stuff.
said it made it sound like
Oh well, okay.
Doc Ock gave it
Well,
to
and
him.
if we're in spoiler territory, so if you've seen the show, you kind of understand how
Yeah,
the thing came, or unless whatever.
just
Yeah,
in case for the people
vial
that don't care about spoilers.
that is the vial that Doc Ock had in his lab because he was kind of running a what's it called, hole in the wall lab that Norman took over, and then it broke when he was trying to save the 110th Street gang. Which overall, I think it was a great way to kind of show him rise to Tombstone and not kind of be like a stupid like, hey, he's Tombstone kind of like, like how people like give him the nicknames on the
Mhm.
first go without really earning it. I thought that was kind of cool how they actually had him earn the name like that and show
Yeah,
his rise, because we've always seen Tombstone like in Spider-Verse already being the badass. I like the story.
Spectacular Spider-Man peak Tombstone.
I can't think of any other projects he was actually more involved because he had like a cameo in the '90s show.
Tombstone from the 90s cartoon,
Yeah,
Tombstone from Spectacular Spider-Man,
yeah.
and Tombstone from the video games, Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Yeah, I was being TV show
Um,
because I know he had like a cameo in the '90s show, but not anything else. So I'm glad we're
oh,
getting more Tombstone.
he had a good episode or two
Did
because
he?
he was the brother in that show. He was the brother of Robbie Robinson, I believe.
Really?
It's loose. It's
I
loose
also barely remember the
knowledge,
show, so I'll
but
take
I
your
remember
memory on that.
Robbie had like a big impact where like his storyline entwined with Tombstone, and they were like siblings.
Yeah,
or
and one big
something.
thing from this show, and we'll get on to the Oscars, is that the fact that they made Avengers Campus in Disneyland kind of canon in a way, where at the end where Harry is doing web, that's the same logo and the name of the Spider-Man part of Avengers Campus.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like Worldwide Engineering Brigade, and a lot of the characters seen in the ride are in the show, like Amadeus Cho, Squirrel Girl, Harley Quinn,
Uh,
Ironheart, Lunella, Moon Girl. You know, I mean, there's so many characters that I think were.
yeah.
I mean, I love Amadeus Cho enough that I'm glad that he actually got to be a character in the show, as well as Speed Demon. We got him. So all my niche favorites
Yeah.
are seen. Like the Wizard? What crazy.
And the show's perfection with I love that like full circle of like how Spider-Man got his powers. Because in the beginning, I
Oh
was
my
like,
God, that was so cool.
it was really cool of Spider-Man. Like in the beginning, it's like, oh, did it come from like a different
Another
dimension,
dimension.
like
Yeah.
a dark dimension? And then like towards the end, like as soon as I heard of like Einstein's bridge, I forget
Einstein Rosenbridge.
Rosenbridge, and then like I saw Doctor Strange, I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Well, I mean, it
And
was
then
cool how like the
and when it
guy
was on,
cracked the Eye of Agamotto, creating that portal into a time machine, and then because Einstein Rosenbridge has always been correlated with Thor and the Bifrost, so that was a really
that
cool.
was beautiful.
That was so cool, and at the same time, that confirms that the Spider is still alive. So we could be getting Miles, we could be getting Silk, we could be getting the Jackal, we could be getting so many different
Did the
characters.
spider run away?
He didn't die.
Well, I mean, he didn't die, but like, did it? I forget. Like, did
I
the
think it
spider like
did.
go away?
I think it did. I remember it
Well,
crawling.
I mean, Osborn still like he has Peter's blood. It's
Yeah, but
technically he still
that's how it
has
made
it.
the spider. Oh, we still have it no matter what, though. That's right.
Yeah, no matter what, like Peter's blood is still there. So like
Mm.
but I hope they stay away from Miles right now.
No, that's
I
probably season
need,
2 or 3, like late 2.
I'd hope like not even just because anytime that like, and it's just a weird thing for me, and then we can move on to the
Yeah.
Oscars. It's a weird thing for me. It's like whenever like you introduce another spider character, like I love Peter, I love Miles, but I need to get time with this Peter before I can feel like, okay, it's time to graduate, either take on a mentor or self-sacrifice and create a new legacy. Um,
I see your argument because I'm not saying
because
you
I've
don't.
seen
Yeah.
so much like
No, I
Spider-Man and
get it.
Miles together right now. It's the same as like I kind of want to rest of the Joker for a while.
I get that. No, I'm not. You're not saying that you don't like Miles. It's just that you want more time with Peter before with a Miles story. It's like
Yeah,
a passing of the torch. I get what you're saying.
yeah. One more thing,
Uh.
dude. One, you saw The Watcher, and
Oh my
two,
God! Yeah, that was crazy.
saw The Watcher. That was cool.
That was so cool.
I don't give a flying about what if, but when I still saw it, The Watcher, I was like, oh, that's
Oh my
cool.
God.
But this show like did something that What If couldn't, and it
Tell
was
a good
like
story.
it told a good story, but
Well, that's
it
not true. They
also
told some good ones.
it wasn't confined within the rules of the MCU.
Yeah.
It acknowledged that some things happened and twisted it and played with it.
Oh, they
Other than
definitely.
they dude,
Oh.
it's so
We're
cool
gonna get a
because
Sinister Six because we haven't even had Electro, we haven't had Shocker, we have a tease of the
Scorpion
Lizard.
was scary as
Who?
Scorpion was
Oh,
scary.
Scorpion
as
was
hell, dude.
wicked.
He was a badass.
Scorpion in this show is the Scorpion I wish we had in the MCU because I feel like they did that on purpose. Like, because at the end of Homecoming, you're like, we want to toss his head into a dryer. I'm like, all right, that's a little deep, dude. It's the first movie.
Yeah.
That was
And
good.
then
Yeah.
and then
Speed
they
Demon.
didn't do anything with it because Marvel and Sony.
Yeah, well, we did get Morbius. It's like, I don't know how I got here. I think it has something to do with Spider-Man, I'm sure. Oh,
Dude, I love that. I love that Craven dream sequence where he hallucinates a bunch of spiders for no reason.
I can't. I can't believe you just quoted Craven outside of both of us
You
napping.
quoted Morbius.
Morbius was a lot more fun than Craven, and you and I both know that. I was more awake in Morbius than I was actually asleep in Craven. You can't deny that.
Yes,
But you
yes,
can't talk
yes.
about this show without talking about Coleman Domingo as Norman freaking Osborn. That man is such a damn good performer, a damn good actor, and he's also nominated for an Academy Award.
For Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man?
Yes, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is the first Disney Plus
Oh,
TV
hell
series
yeah,
to
dude.
be nominated for an Oscar. It's up there for Best Animated TV Series. No, you don't. It's Best Lead Actor. Or is
Missed
that?
opportunity.
Is it? Hold on. I think I'm wrong. Hold on. No, I'm right. Yes, Best Lead Actor. I thought I was wrong there for a second. No, so this is the 97th Academy Awards, hosted by Conan O'Brien. Damn good pick. Still cross my fingers one day we get a Muppets host. They'll come back one day. They are going to come back one day. I guarantee it.
Okay.
What? Oh, I forgot. You don't like the Muppets for some reason, you weirdo.
Well, no, I don't mind the Muppets. I'm just, I don't know why you and Cameron have such a hard on for Kermit the Frog riding a bike.
Because it's brilliant. I mean, how do you just like... Well,
I do like their Office Muppet show. I do like that.
Thank you. I actually just got done rewatching it. It's such a fun show. But we're gonna do it in a Muppets episode very soon. So with the 97th Academy Awards coming this March 2nd, I am going to be doing a live posting on our Instagram, so be sure you guys are following there during the Oscars, talking about it, posting all the different wins. Cannot wait. But Colin, like we do every year, we do have a predictions thing. So what normally we do is we just kind of think about what we think will actually win. This time, I want you to give what you want to win, like in your heart of hearts, and what you actually think will win, because it's very different. Because that's what I have here. So we're gonna start.
Sort of my list right now.
Okay, good, because that's what I've done all of this last week. So we're gonna do the big five as well as three other ones. So we're gonna start with best directing. So best directing, we have Anora, we have The Brutalist, we have Amelia Perez, Complete Unknown, and The Substance.
Okay. You and Cameron go first, and I'll go last.
No, you go, and then I'll read Cameron's. Since Cameron came here, I gotta do it. I cannot wait to do his impression again. Then I'm gonna do. Yeah.
So you said best director.
Best directing. Yeah, or same thing.
Best director is, and hopefully I am saying her name correctly. It is Coralie Fargeet, who directed Substance today. Not today, but directed
this year.
She just directed
this year.
it.
Yeah, this year. Is that who you think will win, or is that who you want to win?
Both.
Oh.
Just because it makes the most sense.
Mm.
Like from a visual standpoint, like if you were to compare it to the other films that I have, some of them that I haven't seen.
It's still different though. There's no movie like The Substance this year.
No movie like The Substance, and that's not a bad thing.
No, not in the bad way.
Yeah.
I've only seen like a lot of clips, but damn, is it good? Yeah. So me and Cameron have the same answer for this, but I'm gonna say it like Cameron because I have more fun with it. So, all right. For best directing, I think is gonna be going to Sean Baker for Anora, and I agree with him. I think Anora really has a good shot of winning directing.
It definitely does.
I have a fear it's gonna go to A Complete Unknown for Timothy Chalamet, or not Timothy, but like for James Mangold. But I mean, not to say either of these movies are bad, but Anora probably will take best directing because that is a very, we've said it plenty of times, like a very Cinderella, like a modern Cinderella story, but just very different.
No, yeah, very, very different.
Good shot. But The Substance, I wouldn't be mad if it wins too.
I was torn between Anora and The Substance. I got to go with horror. So, you know me.
Yeah, I just think, I as much as I don't disagree, I have a fear that the Academy doesn't still respect horror. Now they've added horror, but I don't feel like I think they've added it just because like the basic public, and that's my fear that they don't actually respect it.
Didn't Get Out win an Oscar?
It did for best original screenplay, which is not bad because that's a damn good movie.
Good movie.
I just wish the Academy gave it a lot, like horror, a little more respect. Even though I'm not a horror fan, there's tons of great horror movies I feel like can be nominated for more than just directing or best original play or cinematography. So that's just me. But next one we have, oh crap, I lost the thing. There we go. Best cinematography. This is a big one. So we have The Brutalist again, Amelia Perez again, the one with Angelina Jolie. I can't remember the name of it, but it'll come to me in a second. Dune 2 and Nosferatu. I think it's called Maria, the one with Natalie Portman. Not Natalie Portman. What's her name? Angelina Jolie. Not even close.
So, best cinematography, I have to go with, forgive my mispronunciation, Jared Blaschke of Nosferatu. I do think that Dune has a very good shot, and especially with all of the other nominees, I gotta go with the one that I saw and how I felt watching it, because that is a strikingly gorgeous movie to watch.
Yeah. Again, man.
And Batman Returns vibes too.
Yes, heavy influence. So later down the line, there was said that Batman Returns, the sequel to the Michael Keaton Batman movie, had a big influence on this movie. And someone did like a side by side, and I don't disagree. I mean, not that I disagree with the actual fact, but it's really cool to see. I think it's a good movie, both of them. But like Cameron and I, we both picked Nosferatu for cinematography. And I mean, Brutalist had some striking images. It really did. And
From what
Dune
I saw
2,
the trailer, yeah.
yeah, Dune 2 had also some incredible camera work. But I do not think the Academy is actually giving Dune 2 the respect that it deserves. Because if they did, Best Director would be going to Denis Villeneuve, because that is insane how he'd even get nominated, or Best Original Score, because it took too much of the original one. Like, no, it's fine. Like, I can go on for hours about that, but I think Nosferatu has a great
I
shot.
hate that. I've never seen the original Dune. I don't know much about the story. You compare side by side together, and it's like the Dune movies now just seem like better versions. The same as like 2013's remake of Evil Dead compared to the original one, where the original one is a cult classic and it's on that Mount Rushmore of, well, okay, there's multiple Mount Rushmores. Pretend there's like a ton of presidents.
Well, your Mount Rushmore.
You know, it's on that like that title of like taking something that worked, that not a lot of people had the technology and resources to like make it look better, especially for this times, to like, you know, now you have the technology, you have the resources, you have the budget, you can make that version you always wanted.
And did they? Because those movies rock. I do think I believe it will go to Nosferatu, but it might also go to The Brutalist, because like I said, it's striking and it's gaining a lot of traction at the Academy Awards. So it could, honestly, I feel like Nosferatu is. I cannot talk. I want Nosferatu. I feel like it'll go to The Brutalist. And the last one before we get to the big five. Where'd they go? Nope. I'm bad at this whole thing. Best animated picture. Best animated picture. We have Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoirs of a Snail, The Wild Robot, and Wallace and Gromit. Avenged Most Foul.
Yeah, it's really nice that Wallace and Gromit made a comeback.
They made a comeback and they killed. They killed. Did you watch it yet?
I have not watched it. I saw
really
that
fun.
they made it. They made another movie, which is great, because
It's really fun.
my favorite Wallace and Gromit was Beware of the Were-Rabbit.
Were-Rabbit was their biggest one until this thing came around.
Yeah.
Or the one with the original with Feathers McGraw. That's also a good one. Can't remember that one. Like the name.
I think the best animated, I really hope you two are on the same page with me. The Wild Rabbit.
Oh,
the
Wild Robin.
Robot. I was thinking of I was like the Wild Rabbit, and I was like,
Oh God. Okay.
that sounds, no, it's the Wild Robot.
Yeah. No, we all picked that too. That is that movie had me in tears every time I watched it. I watched it first alone, cried almost through the whole thing. Then I watched it with my parents. My mom was crying throughout the whole thing, and it was just it's just a great damn movie.
What was the situation with your dad?
He was stone-faced for most of the movie. He's like, yeah, it's cute. I was like, dude, my mom's crying in the corner, and you're just...
Dude, you're fucking dad of like when Andrew Garfield comes on screen, you're like, whoa.
I forgot. Yeah. My dad watching Spider-Man No Way Home had more of a reaction than the Wild Robot. Awesome. Loved it. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah.
I love your dad so much.
My dad's reactions are hilarious. Half the time they're Stonewall, and half the time they're expressive. You never know what you're gonna get. But no, the Wild Robot has a huge chance of coming for this award. Flow, I've been hearing getting like a ton of traction since it's been on Max, and it looks amazing.
So what's the situation with Flow? Because I don't know what that is.
Apparently, I haven't seen it yet since I don't have Max, but it's a story about a cat in like a post-apocalyptic world, just navigating through it, and there's no dialogue said at all. So it's all through expression and interpretation. Her, or I guess her, that's what I've been hearing. The cat going through these different adventures, interacting with the different animals, and it just is apparently it's just a damn good story.
No, it's got that. I've seen this animation style before, and it's really appealing to the eyes.
Yeah, so a cat is a solitary animal, but as its home is devastated by a great flood, finds refuge on a boat populated by various species and will have to team up with them despite the differences.
Yeah, he's got like a dog, a pigeon,
Looks like a capybara and a ringtail lemur.
King Julian.
Ricky during his review said his favorite animal was the capybara.
Is that the one with that? That's King Julian.
No, that's a lemur. The capybara looks like a gopher dog.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably an awful way to put it, but that's the only way I can put it for someone who's never probably seen the animal. Now let's get to the big five. We have lead supporting actress. So these are the big ones here. So we have.
All right.
Oh, shoot. I did not have the list written down. Oh, man. I'm having a bad day so far. Crap. Hold on.
That's the power of editing.
Yeah. All right. Actress in a supporting role. We have Monica Barbaro from In a Complete Unknown. She was fantastic. We have Ariana Grande in Wicked, Felicity Jones in The Brutalist, Isabella Rossellini in Conclave, and Zoe Saldana in Amelia Perez.
I hate to say this, just because I haven't seen any of the other actors except for Ariana, but her performance in Wicked isn't Oscar worthy. Let's be real. I adore Wicked. Don't go I adore Wicked, but like Ariana Grande just came off as like a calmer, tamer cat from like Victoria.
Shut up! No, she did not play. She was
okay.
Cat.
Like she didn't give a performance like Alphaba did. Like,
but that's not the same. It's not the same category.
She was a side bitch. You know, she didn't do anything.
Sorry, time out before the internet comes for your throat and mine. Hold on.
Listen, I'm not throwing any shade, but
you're not. How are you not?
I'm just.
You just compared. You just compared Glinda to Cat.
No, I didn't compare Glinda to. Wait, hold on. Which one's the green lady? Alphaba.
You just.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but she was okay.
Oh God!
Like I didn't walk out of that movie going, Ariana did a great job.
Literally, my family and I and Sophie all came out saying that, dude. Okay, hold on. Let's slow down here. You, a man who is a bottomless pit of horror and a bottomless pit of angst, almost came to tears for Wicked.
I did.
Okay, you did come to tears for Wicked. Now, okay, you still did. That's impressive in a feat of itself. That is like walking on water.
Yeah.
Cynthia Erivo is nominated for Best Lead. This is Best Lead Support or Best Supporting Actress.
She should. Yeah.
So, and I will say this right here, because I'm going to say my answer right now. I honestly think it's going to be going to, where did I put it? It's probably going to go to, where did it go? It's probably going to go to Isabella Rossellini. She was phenomenal in Conclave. And Best Supporting Actress, Cameron does put Ariana for this nomination. And it's not to say that Monica Barbaro did not do good in Complete Unknown. She was great. I can't get through Amelia Perez, and Felicity Jones was far underused in The Brutalist. She was fantastic. But
like, I truly didn't see anything like special.
Think about this. Okay, I can't believe I'm doing this. Think about it like this. Ariana, who has done explicitly acting-wise.
I need a drink.
I need one. I forgot the Prosecco in the fridge.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to crack it open.
Yeah, I forgot it. You can just go for it. So, fluster on my words, dude. Ariana Grande, who has explicitly done Nickelodeon-based things. She did Cat and Victorious, or that's the same. Cat and Sam from Victorious. She killed the music industry. I cannot think of anything else she has done acting-wise. Then she goes to do Wicked, the biggest play known to man, and knocks that out of the park.
I get it. I truly get it. And I haven't seen any of the other nominees their
Complete
movies,
Unknown's on Disney Plus. You can watch it between now and then.
and I definitely know I can. And basically everybody on TV is like, "What the is he on here?" If you, I get it. All right,
What?
I am no. Like I'm not watching all of the Oscar movies, and like
I mean, yeah.
yeah. But I will say this: one, there's a part of me that thinks that Zoe has a better chance of winning. Hear me out, because I don't agree with it at all. I don't agree with it at all.
The movie.
Zoe has a better chance of winning that god awful mistake of a film than Ariana Grande. And I think Ariana is okay. If Zoe's on the bottom, Ariana's up top a little bit, and the rest of the nominees have a better shot at winning of movies I haven't seen. But I just
Crazy.
don't see it. I don't see it.
Crazy.
I don't see it. I'm
Crazy.
sorry. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Crazy.
I don't see it.
That's
Right?
crazy. I cannot wait for
I don't
when
see
November
it.
comes rolling around.
I don't
we
give a
all.
If she wins, God bless her. Maybe she'll actually eat a sandwich instead of all that.
All right.
fucking, like,
Okay. Moving on. Cameron does pick Ariana Grande for Best Supporting. I'm picking Monica because. No, not Monica. Isabella, because she was so good in Conclave. Moving on
and
to.
I'm picking Zoe because I haven't seen any other movies.
I know. We heard that. And now we have lead supporting actor. So we have Yura Borisov, who is in Anora. We have Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain, Edward Norton in A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce, The Brutalist, and Jeremy Strong, The Apprentice.
Kieran Culkin.
Yeah, man. That's one of my two picks.
Heavy movie.
Yeah, that movie was so good. A Real Pain. It was really good. I mean, for Jesse Eisenberg's directorial debut and him writing that movie too, really does a good job. I mean, really.
Incredible job.
Yeah, Kieran does, especially the part where, like, he kind of gives that speech on the train. It was really quick, but I love that speech. It was really, really good. So then my other half is Guy Pearce for The Brutalist. While Cameron does pick Guy Pearce as well for Best Supporting Actor, it's a strong role that Guy Pearce plays. Now, again, I haven't seen a lot of Anora, but what I saw Yura play, he was also really good. And Edward Norton was fun in Complete Unknown. He was very, very short. I have not seen The Apprentice because I just haven't had time. I definitely want to. But yeah, Guy Pearce really flips the script on that movie. Guy Pearce knows how to play a villain very well. There's a big scene in The Brutalist that leaves you jarred in just a shocked state because you had no idea that was coming, but at the same time, they build him up to be a bad guy so well, and I just think he was great. But I really want to see Kieran take home the Oscar. Actress in a leading role, we have Cynthia Erivo for Wicked. We have Carla Sofia Gasson in Emilia Perez. We have Mikey Madison in Honora, Demi Moore in The Substance, Fernanda Torres in I'm Still Here.
Wait, you said Best Picture?
No, Best Actress in a Leading Role.
Oh. Easy. Mikey Madison.
I was betting you were going to say Cynthia Erivo. 100%. I thought you were going to say Cynthia Erivo.
Where was she again?
She was Elphaba in Wicked.
When did that movie come out?
God, you are the most confusing.
Listen, all right.
You just gave me a 5-minute rant about how Elphaba did a better thing in emotional.
Yeah, she did a better thing, but Anora was not on that fucking list. All right. By the way,
hold on. Your mic just peaked so hard, so you just went and Mike. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Sorry,
right.
It caught me off guard. What's happened? Oh my god.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Ariana Grande.
Mikey Madison was great though.
That's a whole other thing. All right. But Cynthia definitely deserves to be nominated. But Mikey Madison put in a hell of a performance in Nora. And listen, between Cynthia and Mikey, I love Cynthia's work in the movie. And she made me feel things that it sounds like I'm going to say something dirty, but she put in a performance that I was moved towards the end of the film whenever she was falling. and like she saw her reflection, like, and why are you
How
laughing?
is
I'm
that
being
dirty?
so real.
How was that so?
No.
How was that dirty?
No, because I said that like she made me feel things that I've
Yeah,
never felt
Colin,
before. I was afraid.
no,
You've been my
no.
friend for like
I know,
almost
but also I
10,
think
20 years.
20. We are not 30.
You've been my friend for almost 15 years.
11, 12
You've
at
been my
best.
friend for almost 13 years.
Sure, Colin. If people who have been listening to the show long enough to know, you're not a very real emotional person. So making you feel things means being emotional.
Yeah, you should yourself.
All right. Wow.
What I'm saying is that Mikey Madison, she deserves to win. That Honora is not a movie that, like, when I first saw the trailer, I was like, I don't know. What's this gonna be? But watching that movie, it's you feel things, especially towards the end. And she put in a performance that I think should win. Do I think it will win? I don't know. I would hope, but there are other contenders.
Because moving on from what we want to win is very different than probably what will win.
What would win would probably be Cynthia. But Honora, Mikey Madison is a damn near close second.
Yeah. No, I will admit I wasn't so on the heat for Honora at first because I didn't really know much about it, but I heard it was doing numbers at film festivals. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
that's a good sign. Then I saw the trailer. I'm like, okay, I'm not really like 100% sure what it is about. And then I saw a couple clips. I'm like, holy, whoa. So I think that it has a really powerful performance by Mikey Madison, and that also is what Cameron picks. He thinks she will win. Mikey Madison does a really good performance. I am really torn between Cynthia or Mikey, leaning towards Mikey. Like it's a 51-49 kind of thing. I'm switching numbers and names all over the place here today. I'm not doing good today. But in all honesty, it's a coin flip.
Yeah.
As much as I think it will probably go to Wicked, I want it to go to Mikey Madison because she's only done like 2 or 3 movies at this point, something like that.
Yeah, she was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She was.
That's where.
Yeah.
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 Was he the one that Brad Pitt?
Too.
Something, yeah. Isn't she the one that Brad Pitt hucks that can of dog food at?
Yeah.
That's right. She comes in with the knife. That's right. Yeah. Bam. Oh, wicked. It's wicked how incredible a lot of people from that cast.
That was Elvis too.
Yeah. There was Austin Butler. There was what's the girl from Euphoria?
I don't
Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney was in. Yeah, she was in Once Upon a Time. She wasn't? Hold on. Sydney Sweeney was not in Once Upon a Time?
I've seen that movie 12 times, dude.
Sydney Sweeney Once Upon. Hold on. Yeah, she was in it, dude.
Where?
I think she was at the ranch.
She was one of Charlie's bitches.
Friends, yeah, I think is what they're called. But I don't know. I think her name is. I don't know. She's in the movie.
She probably had that same screen time as what's her face? She's in You season 3. She's in The Haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor.
I have not seen any of the seasons from You, so I wouldn't count it. But no, she's in a couple. She's in a couple scenes, man. And then as well as Ethan Hawke's and Uma Thurman's daughter, Maya Hawke. She was also in the movie too.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Maya was the one that ditched him.
Yeah, everybody in that movie has had a great career, and I'm super excited. So now we have. Oh,
huh?
Were you gonna say something?
I was, but never mind.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say like that movie like had like Oppenheimer level like big actor cameos.
It did.
Well, before they were big.
Well, most of them were pretty big names like Samuel.
Well, they were already pretty big, but like now, like looking back on it, they're
skyrocketed.
Bigger.
Yeah, it skyrocketed their careers. So now we have
Mikey.
Oh yeah, and then we have an actor in a leading role. So we have Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, Ray Fiennes for Conclave, and Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice. Before we say anything, I have said multiple times that Sebastian Stan, I think, is the most successful actor outside of the MCU, second to Robert Downey Jr., if anything. Because Robert has great, like with Oppenheimer, but nobody has had like incredible movie picks since Sebastian Stan. Because we have that one with him as like the cannibal. We have the Tommy Lee story. We have him in I, Tonya. I mean, there's so many projects he's picked. I think he's truly the best actor outside of the MCU. He was underused in the MCU, and now he's whoever his agent is killer. He's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so want to get that in the way. But what's your pick?
Gotta go with my boy Sebastian.
You're going.
Gotta go with him.
Hold on. Is it because
He
you have
deserves
not
it.
seen any of these other movies?
Yes.
Okay. So because of that one thing I said, who were you gonna pick if I didn't say anything?
I was gonna pick. I didn't see the movie, but it was a pretty damn good movie.
Sit down. What are you doing? Don't walk
no, I
around
was
with that
gonna-
impression.
I was just gonna do this. Yeah, like the Grinch. Like this is my Trump.
Dude,
That's just my.
you
my
look
Trump.
too much, dude. You look 3 months pregnant. Okay. So moving from that, my best picture, not best picture, my actor in a leading role nomination. I'm really am stuck between Ray Fiennes and Coleman Domingo and Adrian Brody, because those 3 actors in their roles were so good. Kicking with Adrian Brody, he has had quite a career in film. If you haven't seen like The Pianist, that's I think one of his greatest movies ever. And then he's also done really, really good in Wes Anderson movies like Grand Budapest. Grand Budapest Hotel. He was so good in that one. And then Coleman Domingo, who is just so good right now. I think with him in, like we said for a second, in Your Friend in the Neighborhood, he was really good as Norman Osborn. He just has such a likability to his character that in this movie that is so heartfelt, and how much he really does care about the fellow inmates that are in this program with him, and how all those people around him are affected by him. And Clarence McLean, I think I'm saying his name right, in the movie, his transformation for this guy who was kind of standoffish to then being involved so much in helping him was just a damn good performance, and I couldn't help but literally cry at every single thing he was doing on screen because he was so good. And then Ray Fiennes, damn good actor, and The Conclave was just a really, 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 really good movie. So it's really any of those 3. Sebastian Stan's fantastic, like I said, and Timothée Chalamet was really good in A Complete Unknown. But if this is the thing, that if they do pick A Complete Unknown, then they are clearly ignoring these incredible stories that I think deserve it way, way, way more. Not to say no one in this list doesn't deserve it, but it's not any of those. I mean, they were so good. So yeah. Damn. I can't get over your 3-month stance. You did look like Jim Carrey's The Grinch. 100%. All right. Now we have the big boy, the 10 picks. Best picture. We have Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, The Nickel Boys, Substance, and Wicked. Whew. This one I think I have like 3 picks for on what I honestly think could win. Why don't you go with yours?
Anora and Wicked. Wicked being number 1.
Wow,
Anora
A to Z on that one. The first and the last.
I had my way, it would be Anora first and Wicked second. But you know,
like they just give them 2 Oscars?
No, if I had my pick of like how like it would go, like my ranking of like who would win first, it would be Anora, then Wicked second. But Wicked was such a huge phenomenon, and everybody and their mother and grandmother or great grandparents loved it.
My grandma couldn't, because
Yeah, I'm sure my dad would have a lot of racist things to say.
Oh my god!
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't.
They'd be sexist. Don't think on it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
No. We're not finishing that joke. Go on. Is that it?
No, that's it.
Anora, Wicked.
That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Cameron's other pick outside from Anora, because he has 2 picks. Anora is one of his picks. Nickel Boys is his other pick. I haven't seen Nickel Boys. I really wanted to see Nickel Boys. Apparently, I think it's based on a book, but I can't. The reason why I'm hesitant to watch it is apparently it's very emotionally damaging, and I'm already a very vulnerable person when it comes to emotional feelings in movies. So Nickel Boys' other pick, I've been meaning to get to, but Cameron's letterbox review on it was I may never feel happiness again, and that's why
Did he ever?
that's the whole thing. Yeah. So if he can't, I'm gonna probably die. But my picks are either gonna be Anora, Conclave, or Wicked. Any of those three could win. It honestly might go to Wicked because of the phenomenon thing. But if it goes to Anora or Conclave, I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah.
So outside of the nominations, because those are pretty good ones, there were, I think, a lot of things that were snubbed. I'm gonna go through my my snub nominations, my snubinations. Clicked, and I'm gonna just see if you had anything else as well. But I think challengers should have been nominated for literally.
Oh
anything.
my god!
Nothing. It got nothing. I think
Yeah.
I think challengers could have been nominated for anything, and I would have been yes. That's a good pick. I thought best supporting actor Clarence McLean. I think I'm saying his name wrong. Macklin or I think it's Macklin. I thought he would have been a great supporting actor because he was so damn good. And I thought also would be good for cinematography and editing. That was really, really good. We Live in Time for best actor or best actress for Florence Pugh or Andrew Garfield.
What the? That wasn't. I forgot about that movie.
That movie, I don't think there was a moment.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I never thought
Florence Pugh should have gotten a nomination for shaving her head.
Yeah. There was
Oh my
there
God.
was more times where my face was wet from crying than there was a dry moment. I was crying the whole time. Nosferatu for best original score. Thought that would have been a really good one too. That music was scary.
No, it was scary, but
Yeah.
it's not like like
I
that deserves other nominations for like directing, screenplay, acting.
I think it
what
also
have
should
you,
have
than
gone
score.
there because I feel like the music carried the horror much more than the visuals.
You're crazy, but
I
yeah,
think
you're
it was
right.
great. Love Lies Bleeding for best original screenplay.
Haven't seen that movie.
That's a great one. Kneecap by best adapted screenplay. That would have been a really good one. Did you see that one? It's on Netflix. We saw a trailer for it. We went to go see a movie. When we went to go see Kinds of Kindness.
Oh, the one with Blake Lively.
Nope. Kneecap is about the Irish group. That's the rappers and it's the guys and their story. Michael Fassbender was in it.
Michael Fassbender was in We Live in Time.
Kneecap.
No, you're capping.
Okay, I'm out. And then Rebel Moon for best original screenplay. That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome to see.
Yeah. But so there is one other like snub where I'm like,
Well, let me see if I can list off the movies. Let me start listing off 2024 movies. Gladiator 2, Sonic 3, A Different Man, Venom Last Dance would have been a great original score. Heretic, A Quiet Place Day 1, Tuesday, Problemista, Imaginary, Sasquatch Sunset, Monkey Man, Hundreds of Beavers, Joker 2.
the movie that I felt like got snubbed, like it was sort of a sleeper hit. Not a lot of people watched it. It was reviewed okay. But I felt like Lightyear should have been nominated at least for something.
Lightyear?
Yeah.
You know that came out 3 years ago, right?
Oh, I was thinking of Woody, A Toy Story story.
Anyway, with the Oscars, there's been
Respect to Lightyear.
I agree. Respect to Lightyear because the movie rips. I don't appreciate the hate, and I was wearing my Lightyear Crocs the other day, and they just feel incredible on my feet. They light up too. By the way, I don't know if you know it.
My mouth would feel incredible on your feet.
Well, that about wrap up the Tu-Vie podcast, season 4, episode 4. I think is it 4 or 5? I think it's 4. This is number 4. Either way, episode 404. Colin, the Oscars are this March 2nd. Are you going to catch them live?
No, I will not.
Are you working that day?
I just have never caught the Oscars live.
Well, they're on Hulu, and you should go catch them live.
Maybe. Maybe we can work something out where we can watch them together.
If we can try, we'll definitely work on
I'll drive to you.
it. Okay. Yeah,
I'll
sounds good.
drive.
Go check us out on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. We are still on TikTok since it's back now, I guess. But definitely check us out on Instagram. We post a lot of fun daily updates and teases into the next episode. The next episode is going to be just as much special because we are working on something very, very, very fun. We'll see you guys. Thank you. We'll see you guys next time.